Right. It is officially Spook Month. And so we are going to review It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, which is not very scary, but
you know, it is for, if you want to say, the season. It's a nice little short. Most of the Charlie Brown films, if you want to say, they're not necessarily, like, really prominent, but they are very nostalgic.
yeah.
And,
They are still talking about.
yeah.
Maybe not as much as they were, or as much as other things are, but,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
It's no Friday the 13th, but, you know.
That's a crossover.
That'd be crazy.
Victoria and I were talking, and we're like, we don't think...
Like, right before we record this, by the way.
Like, I don't know if there's, like, a actual, like, theme or message
Mm-hmm.
to this
Like,
short.
in contrast to the Thanksgiving one and the Charlie Brown Christmas, where they both have more of a theme. I don't know if I want to say necessarily more heart, but kind of, like, having just a little more of a focus point, whereas this is more of, like, people just kind of having fun, maybe.
Except Linus.
Except Linus. Well, actually, no, I think he was having maybe the most amount of fun.
Up until a point.
Up until a point where he was evidently speaking great pumpkin blasphemy. Yeah, this is it's an interesting short film. It's very, like, things are happening, but that's...
Yeah. That's just how life goes, though, most of the time.
It's very, like, it feels more slice of life, maybe.
Yeah. I will say, because, like, in, like, episodes of, like, a TV show, for example, you either have to be in an episode, ideally both, but you either have to be progressing the plot forward or, like, progressing the characters. And this does feel like a much more, like, character-driven
I love what they
short.
did, like, because in Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown is very much, like, the Linus... Showing that Linus is still a kid. That, like,
Yeah.
He's not... I don't know if I want to say, like, him having his, like, dumb moment, but, like...
My official review, I believe, on Letterboxd said that this is the Charlie Brown short, or Peanut short, or whatever you want to call it, where Linus loses his mind.
A little bit, yeah.
Because Linus is usually very, like, down to earth. He, for some reason, has things pretty
Put
well
together.
Yeah, and for this one, for some reason, he's like, nope, this is the one where I choose to be insane.
Yeah. Contrary to when we did K-pop Demon Hunters, I did not take notes for this one, but Megan did, so...
I did.
We have someone keeping us on track for this one.
And again, they're not really, like... They're not super deep notes. It's mostly just, like, things that I noticed, like, watching.
It's not, like,
The short-
huge notes on, like, characters or themes. It's,
Yeah,
like,
it's just,
something showed up, we were like, what is happening?
It's, like, tiny details. So first of all, speaking of characters, the first note I have is the way Lucy stabs the pumpkin to start carving into
That was
it.
Friday the 13th.
That was psychopathic, to be honest.
She enjoyed it, I think, a little too much.
Yeah, and honestly, I would also like to know where these kids' parents are, and how old these kids are, and why they are allowed kitchen knives without supervision.
Also, just as, like, a note, which you see obviously in, like, other shorts, but, like, watching this one, I'm like, all of these kids are so rude.
They're terrible.
Like, basically except for Charlie Brown and Linus, who both, like, kind of will have their moments sometimes, but, like, Lucy especially, and, like, Violet are both really mean for kind of no reason.
The one girl, I can't remember her name. Was it, like, Mandy or Marcy or something? I don't think she's...
Oh, with the glasses?
Yeah.
I don't remember her name offhand. It sounds familiar, though.
I forget.
But I'm like, why is everyone specifically so mean to Charlie Brown?
Yeah, like, they're all, like, I genuinely don't know why the world hates Charlie Brown. Like,
just where these parents, when they're trick-or-treating, are just, every time, and they know it's him, evidently, or else...
Somehow, even though he was wearing a ghost sheet.
Every single time are literally giving him rocks.
Yes.
It's, like, that's insane to me.
What did Charlie Brown do to these people?
I don't know. I don't know if they know. But I literally am like, why are the parents, the adults in this like town, city, wherever we are, so mean to this child?
And like the kids are too, which like makes more sense and is
kids being mean to other kids is normal.
I don't want to say it's more okay, but
it feels
maybe it is.
It feels more okay with kids being rude to each other than like an adult bullying a child.
Like a 6-year-old. Absolutely insane.
I don't understand.
I don't get it. Discuss in the comments
why this is
why everyone hates Charlie Brown. But going back to Lucy, she had also a signed document about the football, which I believe shows something about her as a person.
Well, also, like, even thinking with, like, not to bring everything back to Child on Christmas, which I am...
That is the one we're most familiar with.
But also, like, no offense to Halloween, but I can scoot along, because I'm a Christmas kid.
You were not.
But, well, no. But, anyway. But, like, with her saying, like, she wanted real estate, like, she's very much, like, for some reason, very knowledgeable about legal documents.
Actually, a lot of these kids, like Sally said, like it's the 20th century. When she was talking about, like she and Linus, I think we're talking about, was it like the girls and boys like getting together stuff? Was that what that was?
Maybe. We watched this a few days ago.
Yeah, it's already gone.
It wasn't. We weren't watching it like yesterday or today before we did this, so we've had a few days to.
I'll try to remember to put like, if I can, like the clip or at least the context in while I'm editing.
We'll see if it works.
This is my official reminder to me.
Another note on the kids is Pigpen is adorable. Yes. I love Pigpen. Whoever the voice actor for that child is has like the cutest voice.
Speaking of, I will say I am glad that this show does have children voicing children, and it's very clearly
realistic. It's very
children,
very obviously children.
But I mean, like, there's some shows where you do have like young people, like Zach Tyler Eisen when he voiced Aang, I believe was actually 12, and Jesse Flower I think was also around 12. But I mean, like Dante Bosco voicing Zuko was like 30. So.
His voice is very distinct, though.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, you get a mix, you know, but, I mean, having, a 30-year-old voicing a 15-year-old or 16-year-old is very different than having a 30-year-old voice a 6-year-old.
But, like, these kids sound like kids.
Yes.
Like...
They talk like kids, except they use words and terms that kids definitely wouldn't know anything about.
I mean, granted, these were also from a much earlier time period where generally kids were like kind of forced to mature faster than they do now.
Yeah.
Not getting to like.
We're not touching that.
We're not touching that.
I mean, yeah, because like one of the jokes in this was Charlie Brown saying about how there's denominational differences. Because of like the Santa Claus versus the Great Pumpkin, I guess.
Which the Great Pumpkin is evidently, from everything basically that Linus described, was just the Halloween version of Santa Claus.
It was Santa in pumpkin form.
But as a gourd, which is interesting, because this is implying that the pumpkin is sentient, and not even in the sense of, like, Headless Horseman, where, like, oh, it's like a pumpkin, like, no. It's just a gigantic pumpkin.
That's
that
insane.
Evidently flies over pumpkin patches like it's the most sincere pumpkin patch.
Yeah, what does it mean to be sincere for the pumpkin? What does that kind of sincerity look like?
I honestly don't think Linus knows either. Like, it felt very, I don't know.
Linus doesn't know what's going on either.
I mean, fair.
Also, who told Linus about, like, the Great Pumpkin? Was that, like, his parents? Did he hear that somewhere?
But also, the way Linus took to it, then, like, with the opposite of Lucy, who thinks that her brother is, like, stupid. So, like, then if it came from their parents, would she be blaming their parents for putting this idea in his head? Because she regularly brings up throughout the shore about, like, essentially how Linus is, like, being stupid, and he's, like, ruining Halloween because he's not going to go trick-or-treating or go to Violet's Halloween party because he wants to go stick it out, which, by the way, these parents are letting this kid stick it out all night at a random pumpkin patch. I got some concerns there. But, like, the fact that she's, like, can you give some extra candy because of my stupid
Yes.
brother? Like, she's going around to, like, everyone that they meet, basically, trick-or-treating, being like, my brother's stupid, and this is why.
I'd also like to point out that Lucy did get candy for Linus.
Which is nice of her.
And she did bring him inside afterwards, which was very nice.
That was actually a very sweet
when he
moment.
fell asleep outside. But Charlie Brown did not get any candy for Lucy or Sally while she was out. Also in the pumpkin patch.
Charlie Brown.
Maybe
did
he
not
knows
care.
that if he asked for more, he wouldn't have been given any because everyone
It's an
hates him, I
extra
guess.
rock.
It's just, here, have some more racks.
Maybe they didn't want to risk giving him candy.
Yeah.
In case he just took it instead of actually giving it to Sally.
I will say I love that Sally is, like, defending Linus and stuff when everyone comes up to him and is continuing to be rude about how stupid he is for standing out in the pumpkin patch. And Sally's, like, defending him and stuff, and as soon as they all leave, she turns to Linus and is like, alright,
Immediately rounds up.
is this dude coming or what?
Which is realistic, of, like, you're willing to defend either, in Sally's
Only
case.
I get to insult you.
In Sally's case, it's the, like, 6-year-old that she's, I think, determined to marry at some point.
Yeah, also, was this a date? Was that
Yeah,
what's
I have
happening?
no idea.
It's kind of framed like that, but
Like, it makes sense.
but they're, like,
because,
6.
Like, people do it a lot, too. They'll defend the person that either they are, like, friends with, in a relationship with, whatever, and then, private, they'll be like, alright, we got a level. Like,
Yeah.
So it is common. It's just, it was very funny the way it was, presented.
Yeah.
I do love, like, don't get me wrong, I love this short, and I love Linus, but, like, I always love the way that he is very creative still with his blanket.
Yes.
With the getting the letter in the mailbox.
Yes. And also the fact that he's writing a
Yeah,
letter
he's writing
to
to the Great Pumpkin. Can the Great Pumpkin read then?
Apparently.
How does he read? He doesn't have hands.
You don't know that.
So how does he open a pumpkin with hands? That's terrifying.
Maybe he uses his vines.
Oh, awful.
He rises out of the ground.
Actually, pumpkin
He's
stems
carrying-
are kind of spiky, so I'd probably open it pretty easily.
He's carrying bags of toys.
Yeah, it's literally
You
just
gotta do
Santa.
that
It's
somehow.
just Halloween Santa, but it's a giant pumpkin.
Yes.
Because the way that Linus describes basically, like, everything about him
Yeah.
is just Santa.
Also, what are pumpkin carols?
That is what I would like to know, yes. I'm like, I am... Because there's Halloween songs, you know.
Yeah, but they're not. I wouldn't
But
call
I
them
don't know
pumpkin
if...
carols.
So
What
Spooky
is the
Scary
definition of a
Skeletons
carol?
isn't- A carol?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Because I usually think of, like, the... Like, you go, like, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, like, when you go to, like, door to door.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? But...
But I feel like, I mean, obviously there has to be, like, an actual definition for it. And, like, not every Christmas song is a carol.
Yes, correct.
So what's the difference?
I don't know. Well...
I'll put the definition in post, too.
Um...
Also, just, I think pretty much mostly all that's left in my notes are, like, little, like, just details.
We do have to talk about the Snoopy subplot.
Yes.
Of, first of all, love Snoopy. I've always loved Snoopy. I don't know, I'm trying to remember if it shows up repeatedly, but, like, the idea of the Red Baron.
Yes.
I really don't know why the subplot for this one is... Because it's his his quote-unquote trick-or-treat costume, but he doesn't go trick-or-treating.
Yeah.
So I'm a little like, okay. But anyway, his Halloween costume, is it World War I, I think?
I believe so.
Like, what, fighter pilot? Bomber pilot? And, like, has a whole thing, like, he's, like, in the trenches behind enemy lines, like, this whole
That's
thing.
crazy. Why does Snoopy think he's at war?
Wild. I do not understand.
Does he actually think he is? Was he at war? Is he just playing pretend?
I don't know.
But if so, why this?
I do love the, I guess, creativity of it. Of, like, it's 100% not something you'd expect, so it makes it very memorable. But I don't know. I don't know what their thought process was. I got
Absolutely
nothing.
insane.
I do find it funny, though.
Yeah.
I also like it's not in any of the notes, but they brought back the Lucy kissing Snoopy and then like freaking out about like I just kissed a dog. not nearly as panicked maybe, or as like focused on as in the Christmas one, but
I'm actually not sure
just thought it
which
was
short
funny.
came out first.
Yeah, so it technically could have been a continuation or it could have been the start of, but I did like that it
Yeah,
showed up.
happens more than once.
Consistency. I do love also the when I think it's at the party and like Snoopy's listening to the music and he's like doing his little like march thing.
That was adorable.
He just looks so cute. Also,
so
then
adorable.
like the music moves him so much to Lily like straight up cry.
Also, Schroeder is not playing that any more than I am. I'd like to say.
That's always true though, except for maybe the Jingle Bells.
Maybe.
When he's very upset. I do feel again like I feel so bad for Charlie Brown in this short because
I feel bad for him in every short. He just
gets absolutely beat up
nothing
for no reason.
But harassed.
The amount of head trauma he probably has from the football.
I would like to know why Charlie Brown doesn't just have someone else hold the football, like Linus. Because if Lucy pulls it away every time, number one, my guy, just learn your lesson. Number two, have someone else do it.
Number three, Lucy find a different target.
Lucy, get creative, alright?
You're gonna be paying for his medical bills.
And also his therapy bills.
I do love, I kind of want to talk a little about the animation, because the animation is not, it's not fantastic, but it's still
It serves its purpose.
It's still nostalgic and lovable. Like, I love the animation style of the Peanuts.
It's very, like, homey. Like, there isn't, like, a lot of detail. It's very, very, like, hand-drawn.
It's very old school style.
Yeah.
And I think, like, don't get me wrong, animation's come so far, and it's so impressive what people can do with animation now. But there also is something to be said for, like, the starters. Like, the ones that
paved the way.
Like I said, I love the animation for these. It's just
I did know at one point that Sally's hand is blue.
Yeah. It like I think it like mixed the color with her shirt to her hand. Also with the animation though, Linus's eyes.
Yeah.
And the one that was terrifying.
I was in like a couple shots actually.
Yeah. His eyes get like really it looks like closer to real eyes instead of like the black specks. Or black dots.
He looks like he's seen the war that Snoopy is experiencing.
Yeah, he has seen the World War I as Snoopy has. I was also thinking too though, like I love the Charlie Brown openings. Like every time like their introduction, like the very like casual animation with like setting up like the atmosphere and setting up the season. Setting up even characters like Snoopy, like going through like the whole thing with getting the leaf all the way over to the leaf pile before Linus wrecks it. And by the way, I'm sorry, who takes a lollipop in with them when they're gonna go leaf pile apparently. Jumping? Like that's insane. So and then he's like, never go like jump like leaf jumping with a sucker or something. Yeah. What do you call it? I'm like, that was just absolutely insane behavior.
From, like, a 4-year-old? Maybe not really.
Is he 4?
Oh, I feel like everyone else is, like, 6, and Linus is younger, right? So.
Yeah, because he's Lucy's younger brother.
So.
That's insane. If a 4-year-old is like, let me tell y'all. And, like, every
let me tell y'all
season and every short except for this one. Yeah, man.
Absolutely insane. Also, Linus's, like, hand motion when he says the great pumpkin flies through the air. Is just absolutely fantastic.
The arm flapping.
Absolute iconic moment in animation history.
I will say, I love the expressive animation they use.
Yeah.
And, like, it's not, like, necessarily, like, super expressive, like, oh, everything's very seamless.
There are times it's very expressive.
It's just, like, at certain moments, when they really want to display something, like, they'll have, like, the huge smiles that take up, like, basically, like, their whole face, or, like...
Yeah.
They'll have, like with Sally, it's like the little hearts around her when usually she's thinking about Linus. Snoopy, the entire, like, I guess, combat scene. Like, the expressions he makes are all so intense and big and everything, and it's just a really, honestly, like, admirable sense of animation.
Yeah, especially with the, like, classic... like 2D animation style.
Mm-hmm. it feels like a very
yeah.
soft animation to me, where it's like you don't have like you don't have hard angles, you don't have like everything's very like soft curve, like
Yeah.
it's a gentle form of animation rather than like hard points and sharp edges.
Yeah, and there are parts of it like that look like harder than like, especially like a recent 3D, just because we've like technology has advanced so far
Mm-hmm.
to be able to create like softer textures and stuff. But I don't know, it just feels more like comfort food almost.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Like every time I see this, like we don't own it personally, we had to borrow it from the library, but every time I see it, I'm like, oh, it's the Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown. Like it's always with a sense of fondness and nostalgia.
PSA to go visit your local library.
Yeah, dude. Go visit your local library. But yeah, I just really love this short. I love the Peanuts.
We like the Christmas short better, personally. But this is from... Our dad is actually obsessed with this short,
He does, yeah. He is very obsessed with it.
But this one, the Christmas one and the Thanksgiving one, are my 3 favorites.
Those are also the 3 we're most familiar with.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's very homey. It's very, like, cuddle up in a blanket, get a nice warm drink, and watch something that reminds you of your childhood. Yeah, I mean, it's good stuff.
And, I mean, it is so relevant, because, like, the one, I'm gonna do a shameless plug here. The one, online store I follow, Once Upon a Tea, is doing a Halloween, like, film bracket for this month, and It's a Great Pumpkin Charlie Brown was on the list. It was one of the ones in the bracket.
It's considered one of the classics, and it's nowhere near like horror film. Like it's not Halloween or Friday the 13th. It's not Nightmare on Elm Street. It's not like It's not any of the. It's not any of like the big scary movies that are associated with this time of year that people still.
Your 4-year-olds can watch this.
Have like huge cult followings of and do like cosplays and costumes and everything all the time. Like it's just. People just know it because like they're exposed to it since childhood, and it's just something that people dearly love. It's a cult classic. Like it's hard not to love it, to be honest.
We're not sponsored by anything. By
we're not sponsored by the Peanuts,
or the library.
If they would like, that's totally fine too. But yeah, like we said, there's not a whole lot to go like super in depth with this stuff because this one was a little more
goofy, just for fun.
Whereas some of the others have a little more depth to them.
Substance.
But, you know, we wanted something to do for Halloween because we've officially hit October.
Figured this one should be faster to edit, so...
Yeah, we're... Editing is in process. It just takes a little bit.
Yeah.
But, yeah. I don't know what we might end up doing next. Now we've tossed around some other ideas. I don't know if we'll do... something else, like, kind of Halloween-ish, or...
It'll depend on how quickly I get this up and out.
Yeah, and then how quickly we can record again.
Yes. So, we make no promises.
We will hopefully at least do a recording in probably November, just because of how long editing tends to take, plus there's still stuff that needs to come out.
Yeah, I still have 2 videos. One I have to finish editing, and one I haven't even started editing yet.
So, stay tuned for those as well, for when they come out.
Hit subscribe and the bell icon.
Though, theoretically, they might come out before this, but I don't know.
No, I'm editing this next.
Okay, well, there you go. Keep an eye out for them after this comes out.
Yeah.
Hope you guys all have a lovely October and a happy, safe Halloween.
Yep. Be safe.
And, don't go talk to strangers.
Yep.
Strangers that look suspicious. Nothing wrong with meeting new people. But, yeah, hope you guys have a good Halloween season. Hope you guys enjoyed the video.
Go watch Charlie Brown.
Go watch Charlie Brown, guys. Also, you know, watch all of the Charlie Brown, not just this one.
All of them?
Yeah, so we will see you next time.
Catch you later.
Adidas.